man, welcome to the Wanderless Wandermore Show with your host, Christy Candelario, a movement for life, for freedom in life. Watch ya. Wanderless, Wandermore, expert advices for sure. Wanderless, Wandermore, helping you become an entrepreneur. Wanderless, Wandermore, travel around the world, let us go explore. Wanderless, Wandermore, expert advices for sure. Come on, be guided and supported by this podcast show. We give you enough insight just to help you grow. Special guest experts, business adventures about great lifestyles and so much more. Launching, transforming and leveling up businesses globally since 2012. Stay tuned and wanderless so you can wonder more. Yeah, man.
Hey there, and welcome back to the Wanderpreneur podcast show. This is Christy Candelario, and I'm so excited to have you tuning back with us today to hear all about behind the scenes of my 2-week $20,000 launch. And that's with 4 zeros, not 2. You heard that right. It was not 2,000. It was 20,000. I know. Unbelievable, right? Not really. It's kind of my norm now, and it's going to be your norm too. Why not, right? So you're probably thinking, like, how did she do it? Christy's so cool, things like that. So number one, on this episode, you may hear some background noise, and that's my dog dancing around the floor, going back and forth because, well, I'm sitting in the living room today, and I have the dirty clothes sitting on the chair next to me that need to be folded and put away. I have a messy looking kitchen because, well, we didn't really feel like doing that. We got workout supplements like the protein powder and pre-workouts sitting out on our little China buffet cabinet, and I'm just hanging out in my workout clothes kind of day. So that's what my painting a photo of what it looks like for this episode. I'm just coming to you real, raw, and 100% honest and open on how I did this and how you can do this too. So this $20,000 launch was all about this group program I launched. It was my mastermind, my Wanderpreneur mastermind, and I love these ladies. You'll probably hear me talk about them a lot because I do love them, just like all my one-on-one clients too. They're phenomenal too. But this thing that I wanted to create, I had this idea back in November, and let me paint the photo for you. In November, after the first 4 days, I put my notice in that I would no longer be a mortgage processor because I needed more freedom for my business to do what I wanted, to live the life I wanted. And processing mortgage loans was not going to fire me up. It was actually dreading. And I'm the kind of person that's kind of like a rebel. I kind of go to the beat of my own drum. And if I don't want to do it, I'm really going to slack at it and procrastinate at it. And shit's never going to get done. So it only made sense to let go of that. And we've talked about that before, but that's not what this episode is about. It's about learning how I did this 2-week launch. So that was November. I put my notice in. I had the summit that I was doing. And this whole idea came about at the beginning of November. Okay. So I'm telling you, I put my notice in. I'm not mortgage processing. And then I just came up with this idea to do this summit. And on one of the last days, I guess it was a week-long summit, like Monday through Sunday. And on Friday, I came up with this idea to have a group program, even though when you go out and you listen to all these, so-called experts and, high up level business coaches and people out there. And what did they say? You know what they say. They say, if you have a small audience, don't do a group program. It's not going to work. And then they go on to say, do one-on-one because it's the way to make money and it will be easy for you. Well, here's the deal. That shit wasn't what I wanted to do. And I know that there's some of you listening to this that really want to have a group program and you're like, I don't even have an audience. What am I doing? This isn't going to work. And here's the deal. Whatever your intuition is telling you to do and whatever the hell you want to do, just do it because it's going to work. As long as you go in it and you own up to it and you fulfill it and you do exactly what it is that you're meant to do, meaning you don't hold yourself back. So that was November of people telling me that I couldn't have a group program. And what did I do? I get on one of my summit webinar things, and I'm there, and at the end of it, instead of promoting a course, I just start talking about this mastermind that doesn't even have a sales page. I literally made a short little few bullet points in a Google Doc, and I started talking about it. And then the next day I shared that same Google Docs with my few bullet points saying, this was my mastermind, this is what it is, this is my early bird price, and things like that. And it was launching in January, and that was it. So I literally talked about it for 3 times on my summit in November, and then I never did anything about it. In December, then I got kind of worried and nervous and scared, holy shit, I mentioned I was going to have this group program. What if somebody joins and it's just them and it's not a group because it's just me and them? That's one-on-one. And, I had a lot of different things going on. I'm trying to figure it out. I didn't really promote anything. And then towards the end of December, right before Christmas, I was like, okay, January is almost here. And you had quite a bit people come to your summit to help build your email list. And at the time, I'm telling you, my email list was only about 500. And I'm not the kind of person that is in love with having an email list. True confession, that should have been on the other episode. I don't like it. I don't want to feel forced because I'm kind of a rebel when it comes to my business, and I have to really be inspired and want to do it, or I'm not going to do it. That's why I can only work with my dream clients too, because if not, then I'll probably be super late and not want to help my other clients. Oops, I said it. My bad. Not really. So in December, I was having all those mixed emotions. Christmas is coming up, and I was like, okay, it's time for me to try booking some discovery calls or figuring it out, but I'm not going to talk to anyone until January. Then the New Year's happened. We're gone. We're at the beach. We're having an awesome time. And I even got a bottle of tequila, going back to episode number 3 about how we talked about tequila a little bit. And I was given it as a gift, and it was this really high dollar bottle of tequila. And here it is, January. I'm there with one of my best friends down at the beach, which is 3 hours from the house. And I start booking some calls. And to be honest with you, in that 2-week period where I was marking my mastermind, this is exactly what happened. I sent 2 emails about it, just 2. And it had something to do with wishing everyone Happy New Year. And then I, just slid in. I was having my mastermind. And then I did another one where I just kind of talked about what was going on while, I don't know, I was somewhere else. I went to Florida and Lake Tahoe too in January. And so I just kind of slid it in at the end too, that I had a mastermind, but nothing was ever I have a mastermind, come join it, give me your money kind of thing. I never did that. Wasn't a slimy salesperson or anything. And I only sent 2 emails. And so what I was doing was I have my awesome Facebook community. And if you're not in there, you should totally go join. I don't know why you're not in there. Just saying, go search for the Wanderpreneur Movement on Facebook. Join us, because I cannot wait to get to know you, because I love knowing my tribe, and you got to be in there. What are you waiting for? Why are you not in there right now? Anyways, back to getting on topic. So in my Facebook group, I started doing some live videos. I was showing up, giving advice, things like that. And at the end of the day, I only booked 12 discovery calls. And if you don't know what a discovery call, that's kind of like an interview. And it's supposed to be an interview for you and for them. And people always ask me oh, Christy, you must have awesome conversion rates on your discovery calls and clarity calls because you're so honest and real, and who doesn't want to work with you? And I'm just you know what? I freaking love my clients because they think I'm so awesome. But in reality, I'm so not that awesome. I mean, I'm awesome, but let's face it, I am not perfect. So I had those 12 calls booked, and I'm thinking, oh, great. The statistics are right. I am only going to have 1 person show up because my audience is too small and it's just not going to work out. Well, instead of that, I just started really focusing on each person I was going to have in it before I even had the calls with them. I would go look at them. I'd be looking at who I wanted to fill in my mastermind. I had my board where I wrote down everyone's names, and I had hearts next to the ones I really, really wanted. because I knew I could really help them. And I really like had this vibe with them that like we could be best friends forever kind of thing. And it was so weird because when I got on the call with the people that I had these hearts around their names, and this may be a little woo-woo for some of you, but I'm going to tell it how it is. And it was really weird. We had this awesome connection. And this whole time I knew I was going to have between 5 and 8 different dream clients going through this mastermind, and everyone was going to be like a perfect match for each other and love one another, and everyone was going to start thriving, and we were going to build something together, and everyone was going to be up leveled at the same time. So I'm on the call and I can easily tell when I get on like, oh my God, I freaking love this person, or this person isn't the right one for me. And it was so easy to fill my mastermind with exactly who I wanted, because I stayed in the mindset as if they were already there. Like I had my mastermind piece of paper out with their hearts on their name going, this is my mastermind dream team. And it had their names. And as I talked to them, and I even got more fired up because they were even better on the phone than they were talking to them, or not talking to them, but like not stalking, but maybe it was a little stalking, like going and checking them out online and seeing what their business was and what they're doing and who they are and that kind of stuff. Maybe that is stalking. So, I mean, if you book a call with me, no, I'm going to stalk you. No, I'm just kidding. A little bit. So we get on, everything feels right. And it was really weird because it was so effortless to actually fill up my mastermind. And at the end of the day, I had 7 amazing women in this mastermind. Like I'm talking like legit real dream clients, and I don't even know how I get paid to help them because they're that amazing. And I hope that they're listening to this going like, oh, I love Christy too, or oh God, Christy. Like they're probably always rolling their eyes at me because sometimes they'll like say something to me and then we'll go out in the real world and I'll be like, oh, oops, I just mentioned that for you, so now you have to tell the world what you were brainstorming about because now you're going to do it. So I'm always pushing them outside their selves to really get out there. So I could even talk about them, but I won't because, you know, being confidential and that kind of stuff. So I won't mention too much about them. But they were all awesome. And I literally built this empire by doing that. So I made $20,000 in the month of January. That is how many clients I booked on, and I even had a few one-on-ones come in too from that. And like that's it. That's all I did, guys. I didn't complicate it. I didn't have some email series. I didn't have some crazy doing Facebook Lives every single day of my life kind of thing. I didn't book 30 plus different clarity, discovery, interview calls, whatever the hell you want to call them. I didn't go out and have to spend money on Facebook ads. I built this shit organically, guys. Like this was all free promoting. I just showed up as myself, and the people that wanted to be with me, they came to me. And then they hired me to help them. And we have been changing their lives one day at a time, 1 week at a time. We talk weekly. And because of that, and we had a retreat too. It's really cool. But because I did what I knew I wanted to do, what my gut was telling me to do, it was successful. So this episode is more than just talking about my $20,000 launch on how I did it, because you know what? Some of you, this could work for you too. Others, this may not work for you. Let's be honest. We're all different. We're humans. No one's perfect. No one's the same. We're all unique in our own special way. That kind of rhymed, right? Maybe not. But I want you to really think about what it is that you want to put out there to the world in your business. Okay, so take a moment, brainstorm all these potential income ideas. Okay, like I do this probably on a monthly basis, and I come up with like 50 different things. And I want you to do the same. I want you to be able to brainstorm and open up your mind and not limit yourself to a certain way to making money based on what your expertise is, how long you've been in business, how big your audience is, how many clients you've already worked with, how many people have had results from you based on something. Like, let's be honest, like my clients that I helped in 2015 versus my clients that I'm helping in 2017, completely different results. Why? Because I had a huge shift and I worked on my own self. And I know what the hell I'm doing now. Whereas before, I did know what I was doing, but I wasn't wasn't teaching in the way I should have been teaching. And I'll own up to that. And if you're listening and I taught you back in 2015, I apologize if you did not get what my clients are getting now. And I hope that you're still doing really good. And reach out if you want to talk about anything. But back to the story. I know I always get off topic, and I apologize for that, but that's who I am, and I hope you enjoy this episode. And the thing is, just brainstorm all of these different potential income possibilities. And from there, I want you to focus on what it is that is calling you right now. Like, what are those 3? I would pick about 3 to focus on, and then start brainstorming and start validating what it is. Like, what is the price going to be? What's going to be included? Who are your competitors? And by the way, you have competitors. If you're not finding somebody that is in competition with you, then you're blind. Okay. You're not looking hard enough. Get out there and look for the supplements. Okay. Because if you're telling me that you created some revolutionary product that's never been seen before, well, then I need you to find something that they're buying right now instead of your gift. Okay. That's what it means by validating what it is, to see what that price point is. Okay. So you got to be able to validate your price by not only yourself and your expertise, but also what the market is right now and what people are buying, and go in strong with the market. Don't overvalue yourself. Don't undervalue yourself. Go in right there at the market and know your competitors who are full of shit and the ones that actually know their shit. Okay. Know the difference between those two and price it on that. And then from there, work on building in a way that you want to build. If you know you are meant to have a podcast show, then by all means, honey, start your damn podcast show. What the hell are you waiting for? I waited 3 years, and I'm telling you that 2017 is the year to just do what is on your mind and do it now, because, you know, life is not guaranteed. We don't even know if tomorrow is going to exist or not. I mean, it will for everyone else, but for ourselves, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? So do your dreams today. Do them every single day. Live in your freedom, live in your life, and do it. So when you're doing all that kind of stuff, just continue to make what you want to make. So do those income offers that you want to make. Offer them in the way you want to offer them, okay? So who cares about all the special features that other people have? If there's other things that you want to include or you don't want to include, or you feel like you're giving away too much compared to everyone else, who cares? Do what you're meant to do. I mean, I have my 7-page checklist at wonderlesswondermore.com that is all about building your real business and transforming it from a hobby. And people are telling me that they would pay for everything in there, and that it's kind of crazy that I'm giving it away for free. And well, you know what? There's a fine line between crazy and brilliant. Okay, like insane and brilliant. There's a fine line, and I'm going to go with brilliant on this one, because you know what? If you're looking at that and you see those 7 pages of every single thing I did to turn my hobby, my dream, my passion into a real, legit, profitable business with profit margins, freedom, success, abundance of not only time freedom and financial freedom, and not to mention an abundance of my legit, real dream clients. Hello? Like, if you saw that, you would be like, whoa, what else does she know? So it's okay to give away a lot of stuff. Do it. If you're meant to do it, do it. Don't hold yourself back. So really, this episode was all about just kind of seeing what I actually did, because people oftentimes have some big magical plan on how they did something. And well, literally, I was just being myself. I woke up each day as Christine May Candelario, and I went about my day and I did what I wanted to. I showed up on live videos that were unplanned, spur of the moment. I wrote those 2 emails when I felt like it because I was inspired, and I did it that way. And sometimes with people, you either have the masculine side or the feminine side, like we talked about in Jennifer's episode. And, you know, some of us are going to be able to operate from that masculine side where we have all the kind of really big, deep structured stuff going on. And other of us, we need to have that feminine side with the manifesting it. And others, more like me, need to have that harmony, because, you know, I don't have a place where I belong. I mean, I don't belong on the feminine side and don't belong on the masculine side. I belong in the middle somewhere of harmony. And sometimes I'm more feminine and sometimes I'm more masculine. And whatever it is, I just do it and I show up. And I show up as myself, and I keep saying that, and I know I do, but the thing is, I know you're not. I know you're hiding parts of you that you know deep down that you want to say, that you want to shout to the world, that you want to put out there, that you want to do, but you're holding yourself back. So that's why I'm saying it. But just continue to do what it is that you want to do and have that lifestyle harmony by doing exactly what your gut is telling you to do. I am going to sign off on this podcast episode. I wish you the very best. Follow your gut, your heart, your soul, your intuition. Be guided by the universe, whatever it is that you want to call it. Just be the real you. And I will see you in the next episode. Don't forget, if you want your copy of the 7-page Hobby to Real Business Transformation Checklist, then please visit me at wonderlesswondermore.com. And that is it. Next episode, we are diving into backpacking South America with Brittany Basham. She was a cheerleader with me back in high school, and she literally spends her whole summers, like 3 months, traveling around. And I cannot wait to tell you all about her South America trip. It's time to go salsa in Colombia. I'm going to sign out of here. Bye, guys.